I'm not cold. Are you cold?
How
many layers of clothes do you have on?
7. 7. 7.
Yeah, and now we're skiing down in almost whiteout conditions. We can do this.
Let's go.
I'm Michelle, a longtime realtor.
I'm her husband, Mark, a television news anchor.
Together, we've started a podcast.
And we want to hear from you. So, let's talk.
Yeah, that was cold, wasn't
Yeah, it's a little cold.
it? 7 layers?
Yeah, I mean, I've been skiing my whole life, so I'm used to layering up. Even though, like right now, I'm not skiing, I still have. I have 6 layers.
I have 6 right now. I just don't have the overcoat, the ski coat.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah,
But it was a lot colder up there. I'd say it was sub-zero, easy.
Well,
wind chill.
We went in for lunch at this barbecue place, Wildwood Barbecue, right at the top of this Wildwood lift. And so we went in there and we sat in there probably a good 45 minutes, right? So it was really good food. And we get out, it's blowing snow. That's cold.
And the hardest time of the day to ski is right after you eat lunchtime.
After
because
you eat
you're
macaroni
warm.
And cheese.
You've got mac and cheese, you've got pulled pork and all that stuff, and you're tired. And then you have to get out in that sub-zero weather,
and
the blizzard.
Mark always undoes his boots, and that's like, you don't do that because that's just telling your body I'm finished for the day.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Vail, Colorado again. We're in Vail once again for the winter, and we weren't going to come up this year, were we?
We weren't. We were giving up on skiing this year.
And why is that?
Well, all of our kids are grown now, and this year nobody was going to go skiing. So
yeah, this is different this year. First time in, say, 25 years that we've gone skiing without any kids.
It might be my fault because early on in the fall, I was like, I'm not going skiing. I'm not going this year or staying home.
Keep talking. I'm going to your microphone here. There we go.
Your mic. And it keeps doing that. Yeah. So it might be my fault. But Jacob went to Disney World with his family, and Tommy and Ines, he newly got married, went to Miami.
They're in Miami right now.
Don't feel sorry for them.
Right.
And David, he's got 3 kids under 3, so. So that's your answer, David. Yeah.
So we almost didn't come up here because we've never just gone skiing by ourselves.
Right. Well,
so it was going to be kind of odd. We rented the same place we rent every year in East Vail, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, just the 2 of us. Oh, we have one other. It's not just the 2 of us. No. We came up with our dog Baker.
Like a toddler.
He's our child now.
He's worse than a toddler.
Yeah.
No.
We take him everywhere except skiing.
Yeah.
Right.
I took him into the village.
Vail Village.
He went into Gorsuch.
Gorsuch, and he sat there while you tried on some boots, some expensive boots. Did you buy them? Why didn't you buy them?
They were the most uncomfortable boots I've ever tried on.
So how much were they?
I think they were $600.
Oh, boy.
And I said to the lady, these are really uncomfortable. And she said, in her accent, oh, I know. Everybody says that.
Is that typical for women to buy something that looks good that maybe feels horrible on their feet?
I'm a chick, and no, I would never buy something that did not feel good.
Good. You didn't buy it.
I did not buy them.
Right.
Nope.
And Baker was right there sitting there
he was very
thinking,
patient.
do not buy those boots. Do not buy them. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they were pretty.
You wanted to buy a jacket there.
Yeah.
A Canada Goose jacket that.
Probably still going to get that jacket.
Right. And the reason you didn't get it is because, thank goodness, I dodged a bullet on that one.
Hey, it was a good jacket.
Yeah. So Baker goes with us everywhere, and we're about 3 months ago, we did something that we should have done years ago, and that's send him to boot camp.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
For sure.
So we couldn't have done this last year with him to walk around the village because he would have been jumping on people and maybe other stuff. But he's been very good.
Oh, people come up to him and love on him. It's been really good.
We take him to the dog park, which is like just couple hundred yards from us right here.
Yeah.
And every day, and he plays there in the snow. And we've been getting a lot of snow.
Oh my gosh, every day. I've been skiing all week.
It's snowing right now.
Snowing now. I took the day off today, and I'll ski New Year's Eve. And then Mark thinks we're going home on New Year's Day.
Well, we got a big storm coming in.
No, we probably have to pack and go.
Right, because I think the window of opportunity is Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we've got to get out of here Sunday. It's not going to be fun. Never fun leaving vacation and going back. It's always nice coming here because it's a long drive. And thank goodness we drove, didn't we?
Oh,
right?
yeah. If we would have flown, we would have never
Southwest. If we would have had Southwest.
made it. Never made it. I like driving anyways, don't you?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have our car.
And our dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all of our gear.
Yeah.
We brought a lot of stuff.
Everything.
And when we fly, like we fly to Grand Teton, Jackson Hole in the winter, we may do that again in this month or next month.
Yeah.
We have to be really choosy in what we bring, right?
Yeah, it's true. You learn a lot.
Yeah, in the
You
wintertime.
don't need as much anyway, so.
Right. I probably have worn a third of what I brought.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it snowed a lot here, which is nice, better than last year.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, skiing, I'm good at skiing when it's groomed run. But when there's powder, deep powder.
He could do it. He just talks himself out of it.
Here,
And
keep
you have to learn how to do that. Powder skiing's a whole different deal. So, so needless to say, I ski a little bit different terrain than he does. But Mark does really good. I mean, that was probably like the prerequisite for marriage. He had to learn how to ski.
Right.
And I wasn't kidding.
Yeah, many of you have heard the story that she was a ski instructor when I first met her 34 years ago, and I'd never skied. I was 32 years old. You were 15.
I was 21, 22. I was 20.
And I had never skied before. So I enjoy skiing.
Yeah.
You love skiing.
I love skiing. I ski in almost any condition. I'm not cold. Are you cold? How many layers of clothes do you have on?
7. 7.
And now we're skiing down in almost whiteout conditions. We can do this.
Let's go.
The only thing I hate is wind. When I was growing up, I grew up in LA, so we went to Mammoth Mountain a lot. My dad was so desperate to ski. He's just like me. He would take garbage sacks and make us wear garbage sacks if it was a really wet snow to make sure that we were getting our money's worth. So that's how I learned how to ski.
You know, you reminded me of your dad a couple of days ago when we got up and the forecast was wind, and it was windy this morning, that morning, and she started saying some words, and I thought, is Dave here, your dad here?
Yeah.
Because you take it so seriously.
Mark, I live in Oklahoma. I have a week when we come here to ski. Which is a lot for a lot of people.
And it's not cheap. Oh my gosh.
I ski every day that I'm here. Oh my God. I'm in heaven. I mean, what are the highlights of my life? Skiing. Oh yeah. That one time we went to Jackson Hole and we went skiing.
first day here, that guy, he went right in between us, going, it's
Good thing
fast.
he was a good skier.
Right. Stupid, but good.
Oh, I yelled at that
And,
kid.
oh, my gosh. If I could have caught up with him,
He couldn't.
there's no way. I would have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But that would have
hit us,
ended our
it would-
week right
yeah,
there.
we
Who would have
both-
drove home?
Yeah, we both
Neither
would have
one.
went down.
Yeah.
He was going fast, and that's the only thing about skiing that scares me anymore. Just getting hit by. I don't worry about myself hurting myself.
Really?
If I fall,
You did that one time.
I
though.
did.
Okay.
I've broken my knees.
Right. And that was not a fun drive home.
No, I did that in Aspen, but that was on me. If I got hit by somebody else, I'd be pissed. I would be really pissed.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
I try to be really safe.
Yeah. Like your cowboy hat.
Yeah.
You got that here.
I
What,
got,
a couple
like,
years,
like
2 or 3
6 years ago.
6 years ago.
Yeah, a long time
wow.
ago.
That's a Stetson. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It is.
Where'd you
It
get
is.
that?
It's a really cool little store here called Kimosabi. They have one in Aspen, and I think they have a pop-up shop in like Oklahoma City or something, in Edmond. I don't know. All of a sudden, they're there. So
We're gonna go by there today, and maybe I'm
a cowboy markup.
I'm not a cowboy hat guy.
Okay,
But
this
there are
hat
different
is so
hats
cool.
that
It is look at it's warm. They even put my initials
MB.
there. Uh-huh.
I
And
could wear
put
that then.
My cross on the back. I mean,
and it's warm because it's lined inside with
it's lined and it's a beaver hat.
okay. Okay.
It is, but it's. I mean, I'm dead serious. It's so warm.
Okay. So we're going to go to Kimosabi today and try on hats for me.
Yeah.
And we'll put some video in here if we do that. And if we get one, we'll put what I buy. Checking out. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your name?
Chase,
Chase. That's Chase.
sales wrangler.
Yeah. You sold me the hat.
fastest sale.
Yeah.
Chase has ever
That's
made.
good, wasn't it? Huh?
Usually guys' houses are pretty easy.
My new look. There's a new sheriff in town.
Oh yeah. I got a quick story about Kimosabi. When you get in there, Karen and I, my girlfriend, we went in there when we got these hats, and they give you drinks. So you start drinking.
Yeah, there's a method to
they
the
get you a
madness
little
there.
loose,
Right.
and the
They
next
give
thing,
beers to the guys. So well,
oh my
yeah.
gosh! And next thing I knew it, I had a hat, and it was not cheap. And so did Karen. And then 2 years ago, we took Tommy's father-in-law in there from Spain, and he got tipsy too. He got a hat.
Right,
He got a really
right.
cool hat, but he's like, I have my American cowboy hat in Spain, and
So
he
I-
wears it all the time.
So I need to stay away from the beer, right? Because if I start drinking the beer, then I'll be coming out with a
Honestly,
cowboy hat.
and I mean the whiskey, it's
Yeah.
the way.
But you
it
know,
is.
Yellowstone is so popular right now that maybe
I was way ahead of the Yellowstone fad.
Right.
I'm just putting that out there, right?
you were.
Thank
You didn't buy it just because of Yellowstone.
No.
Right. But we love that.
When I was a
series.
little girl, I used to ski in a cowboy hat, a blue cowboy hat with a big feather.
Right.
I got to
Really?
find that picture.
Really?
I did.
Yeah.
I skied in a hat.
Well, if you find it, we'll put it in here.
Yeah, I'm not going to find it.
Yeah.
It's my mom and dad have it.
So that's our week so far. We've got 2 more days, and then we're out of here
Yeah.
and back to the flatlands.
Yeah, we don't have too much drama. Yeah,
No.
we still have to drive home in a snowstorm,
Yeah,
probably.
the drive here was awesome.
Yeah,
the
it was.
weather was great.
Uneventful.
Hopefully it'll be the same way because it takes 12 hours to get here.
Yeah.
With great weather,
Right.
great road conditions. So we've driven back from Aspen, the time that you broke your ACL, tore
Yeah.
your ACL, all the way back. You had your leg up, and the weather was horrible from like western Colorado into Kansas, blizzard, whiteouts. That trip probably took us 18, 20 hours.
And I will just give a shout out to Dr. Brad Boone in Tulsa, because he was my orthopedic surgeon, and he was recommended by really like world-renowned orthopedic surgeon in LA. He said, "Why are you coming to LA to have your knee fixed when Brad Boone is right there?"
Right.
And he did, and
Right.
I've never had a problem with my knee. So I
Right.
think it's been 15 years.
Yeah, it's done great. And I just saw Dr. Boone a few weeks ago, because I hurt my knee hiking up in Glacier National Park in the summertime.
Yeah.
Went up to the Grinnell Glacier hike, and it was a pretty good hike,
That was
grueling
a
hike.
brutal hike.
And I hurt my knee, so I was really worried that would I be able to ski again.
Right.
As I went in there, did an MRI, he said, you've got osteoarthritis. So I'll just have to live with that. So
Mark,
I skied.
that just means you're old.
Well, young people can get that too. So I bought a brace, one of the sleeves.
Yeah, you did.
A sleeve, not a brace. And I do that now when I'm going to hike or ski. And
that'll help.
I didn't know how skiing was going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether it was
You were
going to
fine.
collapse just like that, and it's
No.
been fine.
It's great.
So,
Mark, that's
Dr.
great.
Brad Boone, thank you very much for that.
Yeah, for sure. And one more thing, on Vail or skiing in general, if you want advice of where to stay, what to do here, you don't just have to come here to ski. We have been coming up here for 20 years,
Right,
at least.
at least.
At least.
Yeah.
So we know a lot of places
Right.
to stay.
Right.
And eat and
Right, like you said, you don't have to ski. Now, you ski every day,
Yeah.
except today.
Yeah.
And I've skipped a day, and I went hiking.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 years ago, I did really go up a mountain
Yeah.
right after a snowstorm by myself.
No one out here, just me and whatever animals are still around, not hibernating.
And you weren't happy with that at
yeah.
all.
Well, you were by yourself. That's stupid.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't see anybody for 3 hours.
What's the Boy Scout rule?
That type of.
You should always be with somebody.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you can walk or hike along the Gore Valley Trail.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's along Gore Creek here in Vail, and that's what I did a couple of days ago, and took the dog there. And beautiful scenery.
Beautiful.
Now the snow was getting kind of deep, but right along the path there, it's no problem. Saw a lot of people there. Saw some cross country skiers.
Yeah, there's a big path there on the golf course. It's all cross country.
Yeah.
So tonight, Mark doesn't know it yet. So tonight, let's go to the Chop House,
Right.
and we'll go to happy hour. And
Right.
Phil Long is the owner, and he'll be singing, and it's super duper fun. It's crazy, actually. We were going to go to his New Year's Eve, but we have to leave the next day. So we're going to go to Vendetta's, which is, we're still going to have a New Year's Eve dinner, but it won't be as wild and crazy. Mark knows better. If I go to New Year's Eve at the Chop House, it's going to be long.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be pretty, right?
Yeah, it is. It's great. That's in Lion's Head.
Yeah.
So, which is just near Vail Village.
Yeah.
So that's our week here. It's almost done. We're just by ourselves with the dog. Next year when we come up, hopefully.
We're counting on grandkids to be here so I can teach them how to ski.
Right. All the grandkids will be at least 3 years old, except the youngest,
Except for
Harrison. Harrison will be 2.
Put him in a backpack.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're going to be busy next year.
Yeah. I mean, I love teaching kids how to ski. I mean, heck, I've taught both of my daughters-in-laws how to ski, and
Right.
I would never teach my third daughter-in-law, Ines, from Spain, because
She could teach you.
She could teach me. She is one of the most beautiful skiers. Even my sister Stephanie, she's a great skier as well. We look at her ski, and we both look at each other like, really?
That was a surprise.
When you ski Swiss, you ski more with your skis close together. Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Good.
anyways, okay,
Yeah.
that's it.
Well, we've had a great week here in Vail, and Happy New Year to all of you. And we'll be back with another podcast. Who knows where we're going to be ending up next?
I know.
You do.
We talked about it last night.
Yeah. Okay, stay tuned for that.
We hope you've enjoyed our podcast and thank you for spending your time with us. We'll see you next time for another episode of Let's Talk.